Respected dear friends, my pranams to you. Very recently, 34 American MPs have written to Indian Prime Minister reminding him about the freedom of the minorities, particularly about the freedom on the Christians. And these people reminded, particularly citing the incidents in Chhattisgarh, particularly Bastar, where 300 Christians are not allowed to go to the church. So the tolerance should be maintained throughout India and the freedom for the minorities should be given to the unlimited level to do anything, to cheat anybody, to do the fraud and to convert the poor Hindus into Christianity, and that happens to be the birthright of the Christians. One group of the minority is working against India through terrorism, through explosion of bomb and also attacking Indian Parliament, through the support of the leftist and also with partly the support of Rahul Gandhi, Yechuri, Karat and so on. And on the other side, the second group of minority converting the Hindus by hooks and crooks to their religion without any limitations. And as and when these two minority groups are doing anything, our so-called intellectuals and also our so-called progressives and leftists giving uncontrolled support for these minorities in the name of their getting the vote bank. And American parliamentarians should remember that America could wipe out Rajneesh movement in America, not because Rajneesh did anything negative, but the popularity of Rajneesh and the number of followers right from Hollywood, their number is increasing in geometrical progression. So many criminal cases were registered against Rajneesh and their kingdom, and finally Rajneesh got wiped out, where the freedom tellers, freedom declarers have done it. Exactly like that, Maharshi Mahesh Yogi, who established the university in Iowa, Fairfield, and did his best for cultural imparting and education for Americans. High level of intelligent students were coming out of this Maharshi Mahesh Yogi's university, and they prevented the work of Maharshi Mahesh Yogi and prevented his entry from Denmark and other European country to America. And the third case is ISKCON got wiped out from America. Now again coming back through billions of dollars of fine imposing through the court for the molestation, and the crime is not proved very well. Still they were prevented directly and indirectly in spreading the message of Lord Krishna. So the Maharshi Mahesh Yogi's work, Rajneesh work, ISKCON work, all these are getting prevented when they declare that they are the capital of the freedom of the world. They think that they are the protectors of America. They are protectors of the world, and they are the real security people of the world. Wherever anything happens, American policemen and American soldiers go there and create the so-called peace. And that peace created by murdering and butchering the people. They are talking about freedom in India. That is the freedom to convert the people using all cheating methods by the Kerala Christians. Remember that this information, even Indian papers did not publish, and we are not knowing about it. We do not know that such things are happening here. But American parliament members came to know about this exclusively through the Kerala cardinals, bishops, priests and the nuns. Kerala Christians under the churchianity working against India and working against the India government silently. Once other minority are doing it violently, this minority is doing it silently to bring back the Italian rulers to India and creating the worst bad will against India and Indian present rulers to their level worst, and that they are doing through provoking American parliamentarians to talk about India and intolerance of the so-called rulers of India, and directly hitting one minority, silently hitting other minority. Among these two or between these two, working in India and ruling India for 5 years, I am sure the rulers may be little bit facing little bit of the problem. But Ministry of External Affairs gave sharp reply to American parliamentarians, saying that in India we have got our legal system, our judicial system, our freedom fighters mentality, union and real government organization to look after the freedom of the people, particularly minority. You need not, the American parliamentarians need not interfere about preserving the human right in India. We know how to preserve our human right. You look after your human right when daily the school children are killing hundreds of other children and people, mentally abnormal people, killing other Americans. Be careful and look after that one. In India, we will look after our matters very well on the freedom of the people. This is the message given by Ministry of External Affairs to Americans and particularly these parliamentarians. At least our rulers could raise themselves to that level, and it is our duty to see that we know India, we learn India and do the best instead of supporting the terrorism and instead of interpreting and declaring that supporting the terrorism, supporting the killers, supporting the bomb blasters, that is supporting the freedom. That way of misunderstanding and wrong understanding should not spread. Even the father of a national political party is responsible for creating his daughter among terrorism supporters. We should know about it. Thank you very much.